On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, Dylan, we're talking about the EA Sports college football game, Longhorns edition. Texas fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. And check us out at HornSports.com for all the latest in Texas news. Now, Dylan, I say EA Sports college football video game because they have not released the official title of this dang game, but it seems like that is the favorite, if you will, for the name of the new game. Now, we did a bigger overview in terms of a wish list for this video game. This one's going to be a little bit more specific to the Longhorns. I'll let you start it off. Is there any new feature, new quirk to this game that you'd like to see in terms of Texas?
I think the biggest thing is the old teams, right? Ultimate teams. So Texas Ultimate Team, kind of similar to like when you're playing Blacktop on NBA 2K. You get all the players from that team during their peak, right? So you can have your Vince Young at 99 overall, handing it off to Ricky Williams, right? So like that's all stuff that I would love to have in the game. Plus, that you could have certain years where they're at their best, like 2009, where you could
Oh,
then, maybe take some anger out and actually have Colt McCoy healthy.
I was going to say, if I could run back 2009, I would be playing that game 50 times to just get anger out. And
Yeah.
yeah, Colt McCoy. How many drives did he have, Dylan? I think he had like 2 drives before the injury. It wasn't many. Oh,
It was yours like against Alabama, where it was like, oh wow, like they're going off here on these first initial drives, and he's gone.
yeah, it was. It was sadly poetic, the more recent
Yeah,
rendition of that. But then, Dylan, of course, Ewers got it done in 2023, so he had that
yes,
final laugh.
yes,
But oh boy, yeah, it would be nice, Dylan. You talk about Colt McCoy, to have a guy like Colt McCoy in the game, to have Jordan Shipley at wide receiver. You can go down the list. Earl Campbell, of course. The offense would look very nice, but the defense maybe would be actually the strong suit. Semi-ironically
yeah.
enough, they had Vince Young in the most recent, and don't want to say most recent, you got to, go back 10 years in the mind. The most
Mm.
recent video game in the Ultimate Team mode. It would be nice to not have to play Ultimate Team in order to use Vince Young, though, because if you guys know anything about these games, microtransactions are coming to kill us soon. We're not there yet. We don't have to complain about it yet, but
Yeah, get
it's
ready
coming.
for the UT booster pack, right? The UT starter pack,
I'm telling you, I my idea
$30.
My idea on the last video of naming it the NIL package just would be making so much sense. You pay money
Oh
and it's an NIL
no,
package and that's how you get people. But anyway.
I know where this is going. Yeah, you pay for NIL
Mhm.
money,
Yes.
and so then you have to apply the NIL money to so it's like
Yes.
double transactions just
And
to get exactly what you want.
and the marketplace could be called the collective. I mean, come on. I'm free ideas
There's
at
a
this point.
rotating shop. You can't always get Vince Young. You might have to wait a month in order to
Exactly.
get him.
See?
Yeah.
This is why you come to us. Now doing some other things. I know that NCAA, the EA Sports team, has been reaching out to schools just because this has been reported and asking for very specific things such as their audio files of their stadium during certain points or certain songs, certain chants. So one thing, of course, other than the traditional fight songs, which we expect to be in the game, and if they're not in the game, that would be very random, Dylan. It would be nice to see Hell's Bells by AC/DC come on when the team is doing their little march onto the field. Because,
Mm.
Dylan, as soon as you hear that first little strike of the bell, I don't know about you, but I get a little goosebumps going. I'd be a little intimidated. And it would be nice, too. We talked about home field advantage to have some sort of actual home field advantage in the game, such as icing the kicker or something. But are you aligned there?
Yeah, I think it would be great, especially if you're playing like let's say like an 11 a.m. kickoff mid mid September where it's 110 degrees. So you
You
got
see
everybody
the
just
opponent
sweating in the
melting on the
crowd.
sideline.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, college kids just crying on the ground. They can't.
It's
I don't
super
even know if they can produce
strategic
moisture at
too,
that point. Yeah.
because I believe it's the east side of the stadium is the away side, and the sun is beaming on you for a long time on that side. Students will know that too, because the student sections are on that same side of the stadium. So on those August or early September kickoffs, Dylan, when it's about a noon kick, that is just awful. And a lot of times the temperature down on the field is even hotter than it is just in general, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it would be nice to see a little bit of melting. The helmets are falling apart. The paint is just running. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, another thing I put is DKR. Although Texas fans didn't get to see it too much last season, DKR had a new LED light system. Now, I think there's only 2 night games where they really got to use that this past season, Dylan, so a small sample size. But it would be nice to see those lights go off, and when a touchdown scored, the burnt orange lights are just kind of rotating around. Similar if you guys watch high school football to Del Valley when they score, their lights kind of strobe and everything. That would be cool. I also put it would be cool to see the drone show that they had going
Yeah.
recently because
Yeah.
that was insane when you could see the big hook 'em in the sky. I can only imagine driving on 35, Dylan, and driving past that and seeing all that. That'd be crazy. I think that'd be cool. And yet again, some other art stuff. I would like to really see all the designers' work be implemented and really showcased in terms of aerial shots that are just the game, not real shots. But what do
Yeah.
you think about all that?
Well, yeah, I would love for them to see how possible it is, but to tailor the entire kind of thing around the program in a way, right? So like on your recruiting visit, you're going through kind of the usual stops that a recruit might go through, or like when you're doing weightlifting, right, where you're like building up your guys, attributes and whatnot. You're actually in the facility doing whatever the in-game mode stuff is, right? So like that type of really specific stuff to the school, I think would be great.
Like you're in the bubble for
Yeah,
UT
yeah,
students. Not long going to be lasting the bubble. That's soon to be replaced by a new practice facility, of course. But in the meantime, that's going to hurt you in the recruiting in the video game until you get that new thing built. I
yeah.
do like the specifics, Dylan. I know the manpower for NCAA and the EA Sports team is not going to be huge. They're all working hard, is what I'm saying. But I assume
Are you being told by EA to say this? They're
no,
all
no,
working hard.
they,
We're
I,
putting in the hours.
oh, I can tell you they're working hard because I know each guy, Dylan's probably responsible for half a conference or not even a conference, half a
Yeah,
league in the NCAA. All that to say, it would be cool though, just on a niche level. I know it's not existing just because the pay would be insane, but if they had a team, each guy is assigned to like 5 schools, and as you said, they can really narrow down on some of the things that make each school special. Highly doubt that because yet again that would be a big expensive video game, but it would be cool to see. Another thing, Dylan, we were talking about a little bit before offline was that it would be nice, maybe Road to Glory, maybe in the Dynasty mode, where you get news flashes and news updates on the ticker from specific reporters that cover the Longhorns or whatever team you're using. So if you're running the Longhorns, maybe you see a HornSports update, a little Twitter banner going. I mean, the Twitter is
yeah.
always an entertaining ad doing for anybody, but HornSports, maybe get a Chip Brown, breaking news story, inside Texas something. I think that would be interesting and a little nice addition. Of course, it's not anything that's going to change the game, but it's those little things that make the difference in the end and make it feel like the school that you're playing for or representing. But Dylan, was there any other ideas you had?
I mean, if I could see one of your in-game messages or in-game tweets that you do, where it's just like poorly photoshopped Bijan Robinson on like the
On
Lion King or
the
something, I think
Mufasa or
that would
whatever.
be, yeah, that'd be perfect, right?
That would be funny. Oh boy, we need a pay raise, Dylan, for that great Photoshop. But
Yeah,
some if you guys don't
somebody
know,
pay this man.
you guys are probably better off without seeing the great Photoshop skills that I possess. But it would be fun to see some updates. Some of our favorite reporters on the scene, getting to talk about your road to glory player. Like if you suffer an injury,
Yeah.
Dylan, it would suck, but it would be kind of cool. You see these guys report on it down on the bottom of the screen. But overall, there's a lot of things that can be specific about the game, and we're curious to know what you think that little addition that's Texas related would be for the Longhorns. Let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.